This is Liquid Loans right here, guys. This is the interest-free DeFi liquidity platform, the first truly decentralized liquidity platform on Pulse Chain. Immutable. Immutable means that it can't be changed. Pretty much it's autonomous and it's going to do its own thing, kind of like Hex. Non-custodial, no admin keys. That's what people look for. So these, you actually own your own coin. They don't own your token or take your token. And the governance fee. So 110% collateral ratio, Liquid Loans, powerful, efficient. Make sure we be good. Okay, we good. Okay. So USDL will be the pegged US dollar on Liquid Loans. It's a fully backed stablecoin pegged to the US dollar and 0% interest. What they do is they just charge a small one-time fee for borrowing the USDL. We're gonna go take a look at that. So a lot of these buttons like wasn't working when I came on here. Like if you click all of these buttons, none of these buttons work. So if you do want to take a look at the white paper, all you gotta do is click this thing right here. And this is, y'all see that? Y'all hear that too? I like that. That's very professional. I've never seen nobody do it like that. As far as like creating their white paper in this type of form, it's usually where you just scroll on it. But let's go into it. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time with just the simple things. I do want to get in the nitty gritty of it. What is one thing that I liked? Let's keep it moving. I'm gonna let y'all take a look at all of the basics, the intros and stuff. Y'all can take a look at that. I want to get more in tune with the tokenomics and the logistics of what is gonna happen when you borrow. So let's get right into it. Let's go. Key benefits: interest-free, low collateral ratio, hard price floor, governance fee, interest-free liquidity. I had it right here actually. Oh no, I didn't. Where's it at? Here we are, right here. So the system functionality: anyone may obtain liquidity anytime in an entirely permissionless manner after depositing PLS into a vault. The deposit PLS collateral gets locked up in the vault and allows owners to withdraw up to 90% of its current 90.91% of its current dollar value in the form of USDL stablecoin. So why this is important, guys? So you can borrow and withdraw up to 90.91% of the current value in the form of USDL. So why this is important, guys, you're able, so say you want to buy more, so say you sacrifice, right? And you really don't have a lot of money outside of what you sacrifice. And then the money that comes back from your sacrifice is quite a bit. So say you become an instant millionaire based off of your sacrifice, right? And you have $1 million in PLS. So you don't want to sell really any of your PLS, not financial advice, but you don't really want to sell any of your PLS. So the smart thing to do would be to, but you want to buy other coins on. So the thing is, you want to buy other coins that are on Pulse Chain, right? So the smart thing for you to do would be to actually utilize this platform and borrow money based off of the amount that you choose to put in. So say PLS starts off at $1, right? PLS starts off at $1. You sacrifice 10 million points. So let's say you just want to put a portion of that. Let's say you have 10 million PLS and you want to sacrifice. You want to put in 1 million PLS into this platform, right? So you want what you'll get is 90.91% of that. So you'll pretty much get 900,000, 900 and whatever, 910, whatever. And be able to utilize that money without losing your gains from what you would get in PLS, as if you were instead of selling it. So if you got 10 million, you borrow, you provide liquidity for this platform, and you borrow $1 million worth of PLS or whatever the price would be. You don't have to actually sell that PLS. So that's kind of like why this is great to use. I've been seeing a lot of people say that they don't use this, but I plan to at least, factor in a slight portion of my earnings from my sacrifice or the price, whatever I get from Pulse Chain, my Pulse Chain sacrifice. I'm gonna put a portion of it to this just so I get an understanding, because I've never actually used a loan platform. I see a lot of them, but I never have actually used them, like Av, for instance. I've never actually used them. So borrowers can repay or borrow more liquidity within the limits of the MCR whenever they wish. MCR's minimal collateral ratio of 110%, defined as the ratio of current dollar value of the collateral to the withdrawn liquidity. Okay. Not 100% sure what that's all about, but if you guys know what that is all about, you can put it in the link in the description or down below. Let me just check the chat. I'm glad you guys are locked in with me. Love you guys. Thank you. Let me check. Let me just make sure y'all good. Okay. Make sure that you click that like button. So this is kind of an example right here. Liquidation reserve. So when a borrower opens a new vault, an amount of 200 USDL is reserved, held back by the protocol as a compensation for the gas costs if the vault needs to be liquidated at some point. The 200 USDL is added to the vault's debt, impacting its collateral ratio. When a borrower closes their vault, the liquidation reserve is refunded. The corresponding 200 USDL debt is on the vault is canceled. Thus, the borrower needs to pay back 200 USDL less to fully pay off their debt. The protocol charges a one-time borrowing fee for the borrowing liquidity. The fee is added to the vault's debt and is given by a base rate. So this would be the base rate, that 200 plus 0.5%, multiplied by the amount of liquidity drawn for the borrower. Minimum borrowing fee is 0.5% and maximum is 5%. Okay. So the base ratio stands at 0.5%. The borrower opens a new vault by depositing, this is an example, 400,000 PLS and draws 4,000 USDO. That's all speculative. It is not saying. That's pretty much if PLS comes out at 1 cent, I believe. Yep. So this is as if PLS comes out and is at 1 cent. So you could borrow 4,000 USDO being subject to a liquidation reserve of 200 and a charge of a 1% fee on the 4,000 USDL. The borrower will obtain 4,000 USDL while incurring a debt of 4,240. So that's your initial 4,000 that you got to pay back in the USDL. 200 for this fee right here, this liquidation reserve fee, just in case they have to liquidate you. They're going to use your money. And then an additional $40 charge on the fee on the 4,000 USDL that you take out. So to close the vault and fully retrieve 400,000 PLS, the borrower needs to repay 4,040 USDL as the liquidation reserve gets refunded. Cool. Okay, that's really dope, man. So that's pretty much, this 110%, that is what you will always forever have to repay back. So say you do this when PLS is at 1 cent. You do this, and then a year later, PLS goes to $1. You pretty much just savored your gains. You were able to buy many different coins. You probably earned gains from borrowing that money, and you were able to pretty much repay back what you borrowed. You still have more gains from all of the other coins that you got into, and you get to keep your initial investment and never lost your position within PLS. So I wanted to just show you guys this, just to show you the potential gains that you can get from something like this. And but there is a downside. So this is not financial advice at all. There is a downside. So it is very bad if PLS happens to go down in this amount of time in price. If it just goes down and never comes back up, or you decide to take it out, you decide to take PLS out. Well, I guess that wouldn't be too much of a bad thing if it goes down, because you borrowed when it was at a higher price, and then you were able to utilize those funds. But so the only bad thing that will happen is if you borrowed the funds and then the things that you invested in, you took a loss on and was unable to pay back your loan. That is bad. So that is something that could happen. If you're smart, I believe I'm smart enough not to let that happen, but you never know, man. You might take some L's and you may not have enough money to pay back and get your PLS back, of which at that point, I don't know what it would be, how they would liquidate you, or how long you have to have until you have to liquidate it. But you got 0% interest, guys, on this. It's a no-brainer. It's easy. Just hold it, borrow money, hold it, and just wait. That's literally all you have to do. Or they do have another option. Let me show you guys what you could do. There's another option. Here it goes right here. Stability pool operations. The stability pool is the first line of defense in maintaining system solvency. Stability deposits absorb and cancel the debt from the defaulted vaults. Okay, my background music is on. Okay, good. In return, stability pool participants are rewarded with the acquisition of collateral from liquidated positions at a significant discount. Participants will also continuously receive an allocation of loan tokens. USDL holders can become stability proven or providers by depositing USDL tokens into the stability pool. In principle, the deposited tokens can be withdrawn from the pool at any time, so long as they have not been used for absorbing defaulted vaults. However, deposit withdrawals is temporarily disabled when there are under collateralized vaults in the system that can be liquidated. Okay. When a vault is liquidated, some amounts of USDL in the liquidity in the stability pool, which correspond to the debt of liquidated vault, is burned in exchange to the stability pool receiving all collateral from the vault because liquidations happen below 110%. This means participants achieve a collateral gain in PLS at the time of liquidation. The stability provider's current, this is very boring, but it is important to know that you can, in a nutshell, what you can do is, instead of using that USDL, going out into the market of Pulse Chain, buying all these random coins that you may not know that you don't know what's going to happen. Instead, you can just use your USDL, put it into the stability pool, and earn loan tokens, and then you can actually sell your loan tokens. That's probably the smartest thing that you could possibly do. That is what you can do if you don't trust yourself to use that USDL for good, you know? So that in a nutshell is what I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to get too much in tune with all of this other stuff. It's a bunch of math stuff. I'm really good at math. I took a look at this stuff. Very hard to understand, not gonna lie. Very hard to understand. Not very hard, but you got to understand math very much. So I'm really good at math, so I kind of understood it. It took me a while, but I got it. But in a nutshell, I just wanted to show you guys what you can do with these things, and you can go on your own and take a look at all the other stuff. The link in the description of the Liquid Loans link is in the description. When you go to this page, you can also hit their Telegram link. Their Telegram is right here. You can go on their website and do that. But that is all I pretty much got for you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for yet another one. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you like this video. I love y'all. See ya. Instead of selling, you can use this instead. What is it? You got some, DB? You got something for me, DB? Use what? I want to know. I don't want to sell any of my PLS, really. Or are you saying for me? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Instead of selling your PLS, if you want to because it's apparent that you want to broaden your horizons, for sure. It's apparent that you want to broaden your horizons, and you of course want to explore the Pulse chain more than just the PLS token. No, that's boring. Just sitting and waiting, watching that whatever amount that you're gonna get. You want to make sure that you want to have fun, you know, like you want to get into it. So this is something that you can use to actually get into it, to sell a portion of your PLS. Yep. You can put a loan out for a portion. I wouldn't do it all, just in case you're not able to get those gains back. You can sell some PLS and actually get out of the loan and get your money back. So, but for sure, that's all I got for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace in the Middle East. But y'all know I'm from the West. But I'm in Dallas right now. If you guys haven't been to Dallas, you really should. Love y'all.